Interim clinical results announced yesterday revealed that Merck's experimental oral drug for Covid-19 molnupiravir reduced by around 50% the chance of hospitalization or death for patients at risk of severe disease. Merck and partner Ridgeback Biotherapeutics plan to seek US emergency use authorization for the pill as soon as possible and to submit applications to regulatory agencies worldwide. Due to the positive results, the phase 3 trial is being stopped early at the recommendation of outside monitors. If authorized, molnupiravir, which is designed to introduce errors into the genetic code of the virus, would be the first oral antiviral medication for COVID-19. Health officials in the US also welcome news of the pill but would not provide a timeline for when it could be approved by regulators.
The news of the efficacy of this particular antiviral is obviously very good news. The company, when they briefed us last night, had mentioned that they will be submitting their data to the FDA imminently. The data are impressive. There was a 50% diminution. Of importance is that in the placebo group, there were 8 deaths, and in the treatment group, there were no deaths. That's also very important and very good news. We always hesitate to make any timelines. The FDA will look at the data and in their usual very efficient and effective way will examine the data as quickly as they possibly can, and then it will be taken from there, because once a recommendation is made, then we go through the same process of getting the recommendation for its usage through the CDC.
Though the new pill against COVID looks promising, scientists including Peter Hotz of Baylor College and Texas Children's Hospital Center were also clear that the drug did not signal the end of the pandemic, as both vaccine resistance and variations persist.
Once you start to get sick, it could reduce the likelihood that you'll go to the hospital, but it's no guarantee. So there's a lot of attractive features about it, just like there is for Tamiflu for influenza, which is another way to think about this. As I think somebody mentioned once, it was like Tamiflu for COVID. And we know how that works. It does reduce the severity of illness, but doesn't prevent it entirely, but it can potentially keep a lot of people out of the hospital. I believe it's 2 pills a day for 5 days, so obviously a lot easier to administer and a lot easier to administer as an outpatient as well. Certainly having this drug as another tool in our toolbox, but I think we have to be careful about saying that this is going to be a miracle. It's still no substitute for vaccinating the world.
කට උත්තර නැති වෙන්න කලින් සිග්නල් ඩීප් ක්ලීන් එකකට මාරු වෙන්න.